Hello and welcome. Welcome back to my unofficial Lego corner here. It's been a while since I've done a Lego Disney set, and although today's is not a new one, it's actually quite older and almost retired at this point. This is one I got for Christmas as a gift and then haven't had time to do it until now. So I have the Disney Peter Pan and Wendy's Flight over London. This was one of the Disney 100 sets they came out with within the last 2 years. And it's a little mini set. I love these things. This one isn't specifically like Peter Pan's Flight, for example, but it's a nice scenic view over London. So this one is 466 pieces, ages 10 and up. So it's more of a chill set to do. And we have 3 minifigures, Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and Wendy. We have our little booklet. Our little booklet is here, and this should be really cute to do. There is 6 bags. I don't think they should be big bags personally, but we'll see how long it takes. Some of them do go faster than others, so I'm still not an expert in timing, but I'm assuming this one might take around 2 hours. So we'll see. These are the bags. This should be a really quick speed through run, hopefully. Let's jump right into it and get started. Bag number 1. So my love for Peter Pan is very similar to my love for Alice in Wonderland. I love the overall vibe and aesthetic they both share, both being fantasy worlds created within the Victorian/Edwardian era, although Peter Pan is a lot younger of a story compared to the Alice in Wonderland series. This should be a really fast build, I'm hoping, because I do have the timer on and I have 6 minutes already. Bag number 2, and it's such a small, these are so small. I know the difference is this is a younger set to do compared to the normal ones that are 18 plus and much more complex. Wendy's built. And similar to Alice in Wonderland, I've always loved the darker adaptations of the material, especially since Peter Pan also has gone down that route itself. Even the original Disney version was supposed to have a darker ending where Nana goes to Wonderland with the kids, and honestly rightfully so because they treated the dog horribly. Bag 2 done. It took 10 minutes. So still speeding through this. Bag number 3. And this one, we got Peter Pan. Does he have 2 faces as well? No, he only has 1 face. Wendy has 2 faces, but Peter Pan only has 1. It's always interesting how they build these mini characters. See, this is a whole other rabbit hole discussion because I will stand by my opinion that Peter Pan is actually the villain and Captain Hook is not. But since that's going to be a whole discussion to talk about, I'm just going to get back to building and not talk about that this time. Most notably, Peter Pan is the villain in Once Upon a Time. And of course, that series changed up so many character arcs and relationships. More importantly, they gave justice to Captain Hook, who I and many others are still swooning over today. Just like so many other classic fairy tales, they are set up as more makeshift horror stories, which a lot of them were, and the idea of Peter Pan coming in to kidnap kids is a terrifying thought. Alright, bag 3 is done. I really love the progress we're making. I hate that this moon was so hard to figure out to clip in, but I got it, and I can continue on with bag 4. So far, that was another 10 minutes, so we're less than a half hour in, and we're halfway done, which is awesome. And this is such a tiny bag that I'm sure I'm going to speed through this as well. Oh, I get to put Tinkerbell together. So, final character, and I love Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell is one of my favorites. Oh, and she only has 1 face as well. That's so interesting that Wendy has 2 that you can switch. But Tinkerbell and Peter Pan only have the 1. That's cute. There we go, little Tinkerbell. She's so cute. Oh, I love her. All right, put her aside for now and back to building. I'm much more attached to Tinkerbell as a character and really love how Disney continued to flesh out her character with the Disney Fairy series decades later. Those are still so underrated and I love them more, but I also appreciate her pinup femme fatale roots as well. I ended up building a top of the clock here, and although relaxing, I felt like I was building a Rubik's Cube in a way. It's looking so cute. Literally, bag 4 was just putting the top of this together, but that was another 10 minutes. So I'm up to about less than 40 minutes right now. And bag 5 is literally just the small pieces. And then this. So I think I can get this done under an hour. Again, this is a easier set to do. So it's just nice. I'm enjoying this a lot. It's not as complicated because it is meant for younger kids to do. Oh, there's a little dog. There's a little dog. It's a little dog silhouette. This is so cute. All right, let's get this built. There's always so much to talk about with Peter Pan because there's so many adaptations that have been created, all changing up the story in different genres. The franchise that has been developed over the decades with Disney, Peter Pan's flight ride in various Disney parks, which this scene I'm building truly relates to the most. It's always so funny how beloved the ride still is when it's much more of a simplistic concept. Although I do appreciate that we still have an original ride in the parks, especially with how consistently the parks keep changing and replacing everything. I also loved making these little buildings here. It's almost done. It's interesting. I guess this is supposed to be like a person, but it's not, but it's a silhouette. Little dog's right here. And then we have like these weird, like blue-haired silhouette creatures. But that was about 12 minutes. So it took the longest to do, but I got to build the cute little houses for it. And now the final touches with our final bag. Bag number 6. We're at 50 minutes right now on the timer. So I'm excited to see if I can get this done under an hour, which will be the fastest Lego set I've built so far. I also didn't realize until now this is the first official Peter Pan set that Lego has done. They've had sets featuring Tinkerbell and Peter Pan in the past, as well as a set for the live action film, but for the classic 1953 feature, this is the first. I'd like to see more done in the future for the other classic films of the time. Yep, that's why it's so fragile. How do I do her? Do I also have to do her by her little thing? That one's thicker. So where do I put this? Keep falling off. Oh my gosh. So here is the finished product. And as you can tell, there's some pros and cons like every Lego set. I love the diorama scene look to it. This is so cute. I love how small it is. But of course, I can't get the characters to stick. This took me a couple minutes to get them connected. And Tinkerbell, I don't know how to do her properly because I understand she's supposed to go here, but this is too thick for her little hand to hold. But I don't know what, I'm getting so confused. And if I'm confused by it, as an adult, I don't know how these kids are 10 and, in that 10-year-old, 10 to 12 age range doing it. Okay, I think that's how you're supposed to do it, but it's still a little bit fragile. And they didn't have her in the booklet. In the booklet, she is straight. So I don't know. But this is minor compared to, the rest of the set. I don't know how to hold her up. Yeah. But it's done, and I got it done in an hour and 5 minutes. So still close enough to the hour time frame, which is awesome. And once this is decorated, this is so cute to stay decorated. But I always feel like certain Legos are still so fragile. And I know this is building stuff for kids and adults because there's so many sets for adults. But even this is a kids-centric set. And it was still not smoothless, but like the easiest one to do for sure. But I still came upon a couple different problems. So here is a close-up of the set, even though it is pretty self-explanatory. We have our scenic view of Peter Pan and Wendy flying over the streets of London, and it is giving me major Mary Poppins vibes, and I would love to get a Mary Poppins Lego set in the future. Lego, can you please make that? Thank you. But it is very cute, and I love these mini sets because everything is laid out. There's not any hidden details per se, but like I mentioned before, we do have this adorable little dog shadow silhouette. I don't know if these are supposed to be people. I'm assuming these might be people. And of course, it blends in together because it's just different shades of blue. But then I'm excited to see it at night because this is going to glow in the dark and the clock is supposed to glow in the dark. So this is how it glows in the dark. Obviously, this is the only thing you can see in the dark. But this definitely makes this set even more exciting and adorable, and I love it. I love these mini sets so much because they don't take up that much space and they're so cute to store. So I will be so happy if Lego continues to keep on doing more type of this style. But until then, thank you for joining me for building in our Lego set speed build, even though this one's older. This one is not fully retired, but it is basically retired. So it's not as readily available if you were interested in purchasing it. But another set is built. And I look forward to more Disney Lego sets because I'm hooked on this now as a hobby. And as always, I hope you have a magical day and I will see you real soon.